Welcome to the Lock Shop with Nielsen and Hustler.
All right, it's 11:04. Welcome to the Lock Shop. Thank you very much for being here. I'm having a little snack here during the Lock Shop today. I got some apples, some grapes. I got some slices of little cheese. You want a little piece of cheese, Hernan? Come on. It's been in our fridge that's barely working all morning. It's like perfectly soft and melty a bit.
I love cheese, but I'm good right now. Thank you.
Let me know.
I will.
I'm also having a Dylan small batch. Coming off the draft. How much of the draft did you catch, Nansel?
Well, all of it.
Was it as much of a gong show listening and watching as it was taking part in?
Well, it seems to me that you guys, the commissioner met with you guys all before the show, and you guys hashed everything out. And then, during the show, things went kind of sideways. But I do agree with her Blades of Glory, because it is, in the synopsis, it says Winter Olympics.
It's not at the Winter Olympics.
But it says Winter Olympics. So
well, then the synopsis is incorrect.
Well, no, because they had their fight at the beginning at the Winter Olympics. So it is in the movie.
See, I looked last night and it said that their fight was at the Winter Sport Games.
No, I go on IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes or any of those.
It's got to be wrong.
It's not, because they both say Chaz and the other guy get in a fight at the Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City.
But then they can't have any of the competitions happen at the Winter Olympics?
Yeah. So
it's
technically
questionable at best.
No, because at least part of the movie is at the Olympics. So it's considered an Olympic movie, right? It'd be different if it was like no mention of the Olympics at all.
What say you? 780-218-9999. It was a fun draft. I think Quinn has had better days. But
I felt bad for her because there's a lot of pressure. Yeah. People are mean.
I don't think people were mean. I think we just wanted fair decisions, right?
Not you guys.
Were the listeners mean?
A few mean.
I'm too focused to check out the chat more than when she's doing the recap.
Yeah. Because there was some controversial picks for sure that had already been picked. So, but I did agree with her on the Blades of, but I know people weren't too happy.
Yeah. Over some of the results. Oh, yeah?
A lot of people want Maddie back.
See, that's, as Maddie just said, he was in here. He goes, careful what you wish for. So we'll see how it sorts itself out. I mean, there's never a dull moment. I will say that. I'll say there's never a dull moment.
No.
So that's good, I guess. We'll get the vote posted at some point here.
Who'd you think had the best draft? I mean, Benny's pretty solid.
Well, Benny started pretty well. I know when we were walking out of there, Reed said he thought it would be Benny or me. I thought Eric had a good draft.
I think the Blades of Glory is really going to put him over the top.
So we'll see. We'll see how it plays. We'll see how it plays out.
They're always fun. They're tough. This one was one of the tougher ones, right? Because you really had to do your homework.
Yeah, I mean, prep came together okay. Haji says, "I will watch Blades of Glory tonight for science." Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna watch it tonight as well, and we'll see if there's Olympic references in there. Pat in the county says, "I totally agree with you, Hernan. I feel bad for the commish. You guys were dinks this time, a little over the top." I think. I mean, Quinn's probably got a thicker skin than any of us. I'm sure she's okay.
Yeah, I don't think you guys were too bad. You guys were just kind of like baffled with some of the choices.
Because some of the choices were ridiculous.
But you weren't rude.
No, I don't think we were rude.
Yeah, and I mean, Quinn's been in the media for many, many years. She can take all your...
She should still be in the media.
Yeah.
She's great. At media stuff. Maybe not at commissioning, but we'll find out as it continues. All right. It is the Lock Shop. We have it confirmed. It'll be Canada running it back against Czechia as Czechia wins this morning. That game just ended. So it'll be Canada and Czechia. And, you have to like that matchup. Look, it's from what we saw earlier in the event, you have to feel pretty good about it. If you would have told me at the beginning of the tournament that Canada would be playing Czechia in the quarterfinal, I'd be like, oh, that's not ideal. But I think they'll probably be okay. If you were watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. If you're listening on TuneIn or iHeart, feel free to fire us a text. 780-218-9999 is where you can get in. All right, let's bring in Huss. from Winnipeg Sports Talk. How's my man? What's happening? You're coming in post-Olympic draft here at the EST offices, so you know how that usually goes around here.
You're coming in post crazy sweat in the Denmark-Czech game. I got together with Connor yesterday on our channel. We did a bit of a preview for the games. We were looking at them, and I said, well, even though we don't have the big boys in here, we got to figure something out. I went with an Italy plus 3.5, Denmark plus 1.5 parlay. So woke up to Swiss winning 3-0.
Yeah.
That one was in. And literally had to sweat that entire third period out. The Danes were really close to tying it up on a couple of occasions. They had 2 power plays. And then it was 4 minutes left and 3-2. And I'm just like, I know I'm getting screwed by an empty netter here. Like, you just know that it's going to happen. And I was firing off a couple of emails and I was just listening to it. And then all of a sudden I heard the buzzer. So I got distracted in the best ways. So it was less stress than I would have expected. And we got a nice winner. Those two, were both pretty big plus money. So it was like plus 408 for a 2 game.
Oh, perfect.
So anyway,
there you go. That's how you start your day, buddy. That's how you start your day for sure.
And we need Brad Jacobs today. Jacobs is just getting going. Huge match against Bruce Muat. But they are starting with the hammer, which is great. They're a little bit of an underdog here. So how about the curling controversy on the weekend?
Oh, buddy, what'd you think? It was just drafted. In our draft that we just did, we did all-time Winter Olympics draft, and we had a controversy/scandal category, and it blew up so much this weekend, it was just selected.
Was there any controversy/scandal in the draft?
Of course there was. Commissioner Phillips fell off the rails for a little bit. There were things that had already been drafted in one category that probably shouldn't have been drafted in another category, but she allowed it. This is how my thing's set up here, us. So we had to draft 4 Canadian athletes. I was drafted in the 4-5 swing spot. I took Marie-Philippe Poulin. I didn't think she was going to be there at 4, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to go Golden Goal, Sidney Crosby, Marie-Philippe Poulin. But so I got Poulin at 4. Then I took 2002 gold medal, Canadian men ending a 50-year drought. But my team looks like this. Marie-Philippe Poulin, Clara Hughes, Jerome McGinley, and I went for the local vote with Connor McDavid on the verge of setting the all-time points record at the Olympics. So we'll see how that works. Our other athletes, I went Peter Forsberg, stamp goal, obviously, that's a big one. And then Eruzione, who scored for the U.S. in the Miracle game. And then Olympic events, I took moguls, ski jumping, snowboard halfpipe. My top Canadian moments were the 2002 gold medal win. And also in the 2002 Olympics, when Mario let the pass slide between his legs.
Dude, the greatest assist of all time that wasn't an assist.
Incredible. Out of competition Canadian moment, I went with the burying of the Lucky Looney. My controversy was Gretzky not being put into the shootout. Host city was Vancouver. Olympic movie was Miracle. Sport I put in is snowball fighting. I drafted the blue ring, and then I took the commissioner's pick was sexiest or hottest Canadian athlete. I took Tessa Virtue. So we'll see how it works out. But yeah, the Mario Lemieux pass, they didn't even pass it, but to let that go, just IQ level at 1,000,000, phenomenal stuff.
It's one of the most memorable plays I can ever remember. Get this. I was listening to some sports talk in Canada. I don't know. Can't remember who it was last week. Might have been the Fan Hockey Show. And they had somebody on. And I caught it halfway through. So I don't know who they were talking to. But they were from that era, from that team. And they brought up the Lemieux play.
Yeah.
And the guy claims that Mario never saw it.
Refuse to believe it.
Me too.
Refuse to believe it.
I'm like, I don't know whether that was like a tongue-in-cheek thing that the guy was just saying that the host didn't pick up on, but no way.
He knew what he was doing.
He right through and then Korea.
You saw it because he kind of looks back at it with his stick and then lets it go.
It's like he picks it up as if he's going to do something with it and it goes through.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. It was good.
Yeah, the curling scandal was was everywhere. And now with this AI, I saw a thing of Mark Kennedy sliding all the way down the ice, going into the thing, pushing 3 rocks out, leaving up the thing, and then laughing at it.
I haven't seen that one yet. That's I'm gonna have to track that one down. But what did you think? What did you think of it? Like Kennedy sort of came unhinged a little bit, telling him to F off and everything, and then the video emerges of the finger touch on it, and I mean, Canada has become the big bad boys of curling right now.
Listen, I thought Kennedy looked like a complete clown, personally. I mean, you know, like that's the old Shakespeare, the lady doth protest too much. Like he was so over the top with it. And then, I mean, everyone saw it. Now, listen, I don't think that it's a big deal. I don't think that, I don't think it's really cheating, but I mean, there are rules. They had to clarify them. And like with everything, I don't even know what the benefit of doing that is. I got John Collins coming on with me later on today. I can't wait to dive into this with him. So I'll get the details. I'll come back with the report yesterday.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, the benefit of it. Are you slowing the spin? Are you trying to push it ahead a little bit harder? Like, how much can that really impact it?
Spin, I think, could maybe just be. But I mean, again, we're talking about just like the grazingest touch. But by the letter of the law, for what they said, they can't do it. So for him to tell the guy to F off and everything, I thought was a little much. And then I felt bad because that big display, I think, had everyone on it. And then Holman got popped in the first end the next day.
Yeah.
Now, Holman, like, at least she didn't go crazy on the ice. I mean, she held it out. Her interview after the game was, I mean, my God, she's so intense, and she was still hot afterwards. But she sort of said, I've never done that in my life. And then we're looking at the exact same thing as Kennedy. I'm like, well, Rachel, I mean, that's sort of what we're looking at right now. So anyways, I don't know. I far more experienced curling people, I will take their takes on this, but it is important to maybe remove yourself from nationality when you see something like that. And the Swedes obviously have been pissed about this for a while because they got their broadcasters to set up a camera to get that shot. And hey, listen, I mean, I don't blame them for doing it. If your opponent is doing that, something that you feel like should be corrected or talked about, go for it. But man, of all the sports to get like the crazy controversies, the Canadian curlers, genuinely the nicest people on the planet. It is sort of funny that that's how it all went down. Speaking of curling, it looks like Mr. Jacobs has a shot here to get to. That'd be nice. This Muat's been, I think, pretty much the number one guy in the world throughout, well, really the last couple of years. It's crazy how like Scotland and Great Britain now have these amazing curling teams. They don't have the depth of Canada, but they've got them. They've got them. All right. Gallant and Hebert are on it. They got it passed. That looks like it's going to be good. Atta boy, Brad. 2-0 Canada. Nice start. Nice start. For the,
big win for Holman today, too, this morning. We watched that pretty much all the way through the morning show today. And snuck one out against a previously unbeaten Swedish
curling guy. What did LTE have to say about the controversy?
I mean, we did talk about it this morning. I don't know if he picked a side on it. He kind of gave just his general thoughts on, what they were looking at and how much it impacts it or how it doesn't impact it. But I can't remember if he took a hard line one way or the other on it.
Canadians were lucky. Like they didn't get, like you can get suspended. You can, for that sort of telling guys to F off. It's such a loud.
That like he went from 0 to 90 so quickly that I was just like, it feel like he knows he's guilty and he's angry that they caught him type of thing. Yeah.
Again, I still have no idea what the benefit of doing it is. And And maybe it's just something that's not called in the Grand Slams and people do it all the time and it's whatever. But it certainly got spiced things up. How was the weekend though? Did you watch a lot of Olympics?
We watched quite a bit of Olympics as a family. The kids still had hockey on Saturday and Sunday. And then, but we watch, the Olympics are on in the house pretty much all the time. We watched the skiing big air. The Canadian girl won gold. Yeah, we watched that yesterday. Awesome. That was a lot of fun to see. We watched we watched some hockey, obviously, as well. The Nielsen family loves short track speed skating. It's such a riot, man. Like the relay that was on last night, Canada moving into the final in the 5,000 meter, I think. That's just, I love that. That would be a lie. I'm going to say I'm almost to the point where I'd like to watch World Cup events as well, or however they do it. But I think I'll probably just wait until the next Olympics and be fully all in again in the next Olympics. But that's the sport that I'm not going to have time to. I don't want to go watch snowboard cross at X Games and things like that. But I kind of want to track down more short track speed skating. I think it's fascinating.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. Can you imagine if they put short track speed skating in the X Games?
If they did that?
Yeah, make it X Games style. That's the sport. You got a DJ, you got fans, and really sort of make it less Olympic and more, because it's like roller derby on skates. It's I don't know how people wouldn't watch that.
It's so tight. It's so tight. There's action the entire time. I'm trying to look up what the short track speed skating season schedule is like. Are these athletes going for 4 months, 6 months? What's the schedule like?
That's great. If anyone in the chat knows anything,
if anybody knows
short track outside of the Olympics, we would love to hear from you. I'm gonna get.
There's a couple of web pages that have some stuff on it, but they're slow to load. Here we go. So ISU Short Track World Tour. So they're in Montreal, October 9th to 12th and 16th to 19th. So that looks like kind of back-to-back weekends. Then they were in Kazakhstan, November 7th to 9th and November 13th to 15th. So they go back-to-back weekends, basically. So they went from Kazakhstan to Poland. That was November 20th to the 23rd. That was only one weekend. Then they went to the Netherlands from November 27th to November 30th. They stayed in the Netherlands. Oh, and that was it before Christmas. Then they were back in the Netherlands again, January 16th, 18th. And then they were in Salt Lake City, January 29th to February 1st. And then the Olympics. And then after the Olympics, there's the Short Track World Championships, which are back in Montreal, March 13th to 15th.
Whoa.
So I don't know if we're missing more of it or if those are certain events, but that's, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 events, including the Olympics.
I would be in, man, in Montreal. The thing is, you need the atmosphere. That I have no idea what the crowds are like at regular short track events.
Yeah, or in Kazakhstan or whatever.
Yeah. But Montreal, should go lock shop on location. We're going to the World Short Track.
We are here at the ISU CNSG Short Track World Championships.
Yes.
That's funny. I see Earl James over on YouTube says, you watch the Briar or Scotties, whatever, they do it all the time. Huss, do you think they do it when watching Briar? You watch, you're Briar Tuck. Do you see a lot of these violations and stuff?
I agree. I think that sort of thing has just been done all the time. And I guess they just police it themselves. No one cares. It's not a big deal, but you get to the biggest stage at the Olympics. And as far as a tactic from the Swedes, it didn't work because they didn't win the game. I don't think they're having a particularly good tournament, but I would say that, I mean, if you were worried and wanted to sort of get those guys off a little bit, I think it rattled them somewhat. But I mean, it's so funny. Like curling obviously was not prepared for this at all, because they make a statement, then they walk back the statement a day later, and now only if the teams request an observer will they be having someone on the lines. I mean, to me, listen, it just got a lot of people talking about curling. It made for some good interviews and a few highlights. Get the steam going a little bit more in this Olympic curling competition, but I'm here for it. So one more thing just on speed skating.
Yeah.
Did you catch that race this morning? Canada won a gold medal.
We did not catch that one this morning. It happened right at the end of the show, but we didn't have it on. I think we were finishing watching the women's curling.
Well, that was the funny thing. Yeah, the curling, they cut away. Dave Hodge has actually weighed in on this. So
okay, I didn't see this.
Watching Holman, and like I had on the CBC. I think it depended on what channel you were watching.
We were watching. We have, like, in the office here, we don't have cable TV, so we're watching everything on the CBC Gem app, and there's like a bunch of different things going on.
Awesome, by the way. I mean, like I know it costs us all a lot of money, but it probably isn't necessarily free, but it may as well be free for us right now because the money's been spent. No politics here on the show. It's amazing. I mean, like you can basically see everything live. But so Holman there's like 3 shots left or 4 shots left. It's the Skip Stones in the last end, tie game. And they're like, in 2 minutes, we're going to be leaving for the gold medal speed skating team pursuit. So just a heads up. I mean, you might want to flip over to Gem or whatever. They obviously didn't know that it was just being live on TSN. And sure enough, they got through 2 shots. It was coming down to the last couple, and they went over to it. So, I mean, I just quickly changed the channel. I knew where it was, and I caught the last shots. But yeah, if you see Dave Hodge, I got to find this tweet.
I got it right here, man. Dave Hodge tweets this out. CBC switches channels from curling with Rachel Homan, set to throw her last rock for the eventual win. I guess a reminder is necessary every 40 years or so. So I love that Dave Hodge will never get over what happened in the 80s. It's a legendary grudge hold. It really is. Like that's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive.
Dave, he's hilarious. And he's probably sitting like, he's got to be like, what, 80 or something?
Oh, yeah. He gives 0 Fs right now, right? Like,
yeah.
How old is Dave Hodge?
He fires.
He's 80. He's now 81 years old, and he's still dropping fire on Twitter.
Yeah. Just complete heaters and does not care who's in and who's out. I mean, the thing is, I do get it. Like, your country's going for a gold medal, and the CBC feed wants to have all of it. They want to show our athletes live. It's just unfortunate that it literally comes down to, a period of like 30 seconds that you need a certain shot. But
Haji texts in to the lock shop here at 780-218-9999. Haji texts in and says they should allow fighting in curling. Just let them sort it out right there. Hey, like you get accused of cheating, that's it. You drop the brooms and you go. That's it. Sliders off.
It's funny because in the chat, who is it that we want to credit this with? Someone said there is, well, I can't remember who put this in, but they said there, oh yeah, here it is, 83 runner. There are fights in curling. It's called a bar fight.
After the fact. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, afterwards.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. All right, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999 is where you can chime in. We're starting to get a little bit of a bit. First of all, Sweden, Latvia gets going here right away, Huss. Any thoughts on, like, does Sweden finally put it into high gear and roll here, or does Latvia, who did beat Germany, like, do Do they hang around a little bit and make us all continue to question what the Swedes have or haven't brought to this event?
I would have to think this is sort of time for Sweden to wake the hell up, getting into going
Yeah.
into the quarters. I mean, they're so talented. I mean, I keep going back to the fact that the loss of Leo Carlson for them, like losing their number one center on a team that's got great defense, you'd think goaltending, wingers, they just don't have the horses down the middle. And Carlson would have been that dude for them. But listen, like, props to the Latvians for hanging in there and, doing what they've done so far. This should be Sweden all day. And I think that for the Swedes, like, scraping by 3-2 against Latvia is not really what you want to do, knowing that tomorrow you're going to be taking on the USA.
Yeah. You want to come in here feeling good about yourselves, man.
100%.
You mentioned them not having Leo Carlson. Like, here's what Sweden rolls out today. This is still a great roster, but like, their top line centers Joel Eriksson-Ek between Adrian Kempe and Nylander. And Carlson's he's at a different level there offensively, in my opinion. Eriksson-Ek's 200-foot game. Yeah.
He's sort of their Crosby, but like Carlson, and I'm not putting him on the level of McDavid or McKinnon, but he's that guy for that team.
Yeah, so they're he's your first line center. So instead you have to play Joel Eriksson-Ek in there. But he's got Nylander on one side, Adrian Kempe on the other. Zibanejad is centering Lucas Raymond, who's phenomenal, and Gabriel Landeskog. And then you've got a third line that's Elias Pettersson between Philip Forsberg and Ricard Raquel. And then Alexander Venberg, Pontus Holmberg, and Elias Lindholm. And then on the back end, Forsling and Rasmus Dahlin, Broberg and Erik Karlsson, Victor Hedman and Oliver Ekman-Larsson. And then, Hampus Lindholm and Jesper Bratt actually are their extra bodies right now. So, that's a pretty good Swedish team. They have not got great goaltending yet so far in the event, and maybe that's something that holds them back from a Swedish group that basically had Henrik Lundqvist between the pipes for 16 bloody years. Yeah. These guys aren't living up to what he was able to deliver for them. But this, Huss is right. Like, you've got a massive game against the United States coming up. You cannot limp into that by getting past Latvia 3-2 or 4-2 with an empty netter. Like, go out and win this game 6-1, 6-2. Go get something done there. So we'll see. That game gets going at 1:10 Edmonton time today.
I had a real hard time making a bet for that game. Like, basically looking at those games from yesterday, or for this morning. Like, the Germans were -1.5. Or no, maybe it was -2.5. Anyways, they covered. I didn't have a good feel on that one, so I left it out. Took Italy +3.5. Took Denmark +1.5. They both lost but covered. But this was the one game that I thought. What are you seeing? What line do you have right now on?
I'm not seeing one right now. I'm not seeing the spread on this Sweden Latvia game. What do you got? What are you looking at?
I'm seeing 3 for Sweden at -114. Like 2.5, I'd feel a lot better about. 3 obviously would just be a push. I would think they've got to win this game by 3. And maybe they've got an opportunity to do a little bit more. But it's time for some of their big guys to start heating up and making some plays. I love their defense in this. I thought Rasmus Dahlin's been phenomenal. And
he's been good.
Big time chances, like playing in, getting in the mix. We do have, let's see, do we have the matchups yet? Okay, so there's no Canada line yet for Czechia.
No, we do have Slovakia, Germany, and we do have Finland, Switzerland. And I think I saw somebody out east somewhere. I don't even know what book it was. I don't even know if I have it anymore. But one of the guys I follow, like one of the betting guys I follow, said he got a look at the Canadian line as well. I don't know if I'll be able to find. I don't know if I'll be able to find that again.
I'm seeing the puck line 3.5
on the Canada game.
Yeah.
3.5, eh? I
And
mean,
what was it? 5-1 in the first game?
5-0 in the first game.
Oh,
Right?
5-0. That's
Bennington
right.
opened the tournament with a shutout.
Yeah, with the shutout.
So
He
it was
awesome.
5-0 in the first game. Canada's allowed 3 goals over the last 2 games. I don't know. I think
those
3.5 is
games-
probably the right number, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, I mean, you can tell by just it's not juiced heavily on one side or the other. -110, -107. I mean, I don't, it's pretty hard not to keep on rolling with Canada.
Yeah.
Either way, I am interested in lock shoppers. How many of you were in on the Canada-France game at obscene numbers? Like I tweeted you, what was it, after the Friday game, going like, how
Yeah.
absurd are some of these numbers going to be on player props? Because it was the perfect storm. Like Canada was playing before the USA played. So it was up to them to put up a number. And this isn't like the NHL where, oh, listen, you're up 6-0 in the third period, just whatever, play the fourth line and get to the end. Like they had to score a lot of goals because they wanted to get the number 1 seed, and it was goal differential. So, I mean, all sportsmanship was off. It was score as many as you can. When the lines that I had seen for that originally was Canada -5.5 at -170. And then I ended up getting it Canada -6.5 at I think like -116 or something like that. And it was kind of funny because they were up by 6. Then it went down to 5 when they got that goal, then back up to 7, and then they got the 8. Or they ended up winning by 8. So there was a little bit more. They had the extra 1 goal cushion. But what was really nuts was the player props. And to be honest, they weren't even as high as I thought they would be. Like I had a McDavid over 3 points at -110, which again, like a 3-point game at -110 is absurd in any situation. But this was very unique.
You also felt pretty good about it.
Absolutely, I did. And then, dude, I got Celebrini over 2.5 for +200. That one cashed as well. It was, I mean, listen, it was a free money morning if you were just hammering Canada. The only one that prevented it from being a clean sweep was
McKinnon?
No, I had a Celebrini shot prop over 4.5, and he only had 4. And that kid likes to shoot from the freaking dressing room. I mean, he's got such a great shot, but I think there was a couple times where he maybe deferred a little bit to the other guys. Bottom line, it was a very, very nice betting opportunity, knowing that Canada was going to keep their foot on the gas and have to put up a number. And obviously, mission accomplished. They get the number 1 seed, and the Swedes are going to play the U.S. assuming if they win.
McKinnon, we were talking about this morning with Craig Button. Nathan McKinnon, there's like some talk about, hasn't really been going at the level of Celebrini and McDavid so far, and he looks great when he's with them. Huss, would you play McKinnon with those 2 guys? Or would you leave Wilson there and then have McKinnon and try to find something with McKinnon? Like Button suggested this morning, you move Reinhart, who's a natural right winger, up onto McKinnon's wing. And I said maybe put Marchand on the other side, and then Suzuki can slide down and Hagel can slide down. Or you just leave McKinnon with McDavid and Celebrini and let them absolutely torch people. Where do you come out on who you should play with?
Well, as someone that is committed to hammering overs on Celebrini and McDavid every game, I would love to see it. Like from Cooper's perspective, for the team, I mean, I think there's 2. Like, I love the fact that they've done it and they played together, and I hope that they do it at least for some of the game against the Czechs. Because let's face it, when you get down to a tough game against Finland or the States or something like that, you might need to go to that. I think the familiarity, just having those guys used to playing together, I think is good. I don't know if I'd start with it right out of the gate. Like, if the last thing you want to do, and I mean, that shouldn't happen, but if things don't go very well, what you do. So yeah, I'm not sure. By the way, Canada, nice force the single in N2. So they're up 2-1 with the hammer. Great start for Brad Jacobs and his squad.
Huss, as far as the games that we do have right now that I'm looking at, and we'll get to the women's games in just a second here. Canada's a major underdog against the United States.
Oh yeah, crazy.
But we get Slovakia, Germany. I'm looking at Slovakia minus 108. Germany, actual slight favorite at minus 125. And then Finland's minus 263 going up against Switzerland. Thoughts on the Germany-Slovakia game?
It's funny. I was looking at, for what these are worth, who is it? Dom Lucian or whatever, the Athletic puts up those things. And yeah, they had it 51-49 Germany.
Really?
So basically, a pick 'em. So it is interesting that they're favored. Like, I didn't think we were going to see plus money on Slovakia, but that's where they are. And yeah, and Germany's the favorite on the puck line. Plus 220 for them to win by 2, which is good. Like, I don't know. I kind of feel like just in these situations with these lesser teams, I often will just ride with, okay, who's the best player? Like, who's the one guy that can take over the game and be the difference maker more than anybody else on the ice? And in that game, it's dry. Obviously.
Yeah, it's Leon. Yeah.
Stützle has been good. Just an update, by the way, for anyone that had pre-tournament props for the event. The goals right now, the goal scoring leaders is Tim Stützle, this Nick Olsen guy from Denmark, and Celebrini. And Celebrini done it he's done it in only 3 games. They've done it in 4 games, but I don't believe that matters. Like, I think that if it's a tie, it's just split.
Yeah, it would just, yeah.
But man, if anyone else was with me on that 30-1 pre-tournament for Celebrini to lead the attorney in goal scoring, we are looking very good right now. And hopefully tomorrow will be a game that he can, pop a couple and maybe get a little bit of a lead. But then right, like, listen, there's a bunch of other players that are in the mix as well. Timo Meyer's 3, Matthews is 3, Slavkovsky's 3, Nakash is 3. And then it's 2s the rest of the way. So
that's a pretty good player sitting at 3, right? That's a pretty strong group there.
Big time. And they'll all have big games. They'll all play tons. So, still up in the air. As far as the points go, I think McDavid runs away with this. You've got the guys, like, put it this way, after McDavid with 9, you got Meyer and Nekash, both with 7. They're both likely to lose next round. So they've got, we'll probably have one more game. Same thing with Stützle and Slavkovsky. Those guys both have 6. So someone's going to win and be playing in the quarters. But really, for the most part, of the Finns, the Swedes, the Americans, it's a big gap. Austin Matthews the first at 5. So if you did jump on a McDavid to lead the tournament in points, and I can't remember what that was. Was that like maybe 5-1 or?
Yeah, 4-1, 5-1, somewhere in there, I think.
Something like that, for the entire tournament. So we'll see. But yeah, shout out to the Celebrini crew. Might have to, if he does this, it may have to be reinvested into a Canada jersey 17.
Hey, that makes sense.
Yeah, no doubt. Been seeing a few more of those lately. Our buddies over at Royal in Winnipeg here. Busy weekend with people picking up the Olympic gear, Olympic jerseys, and all that. What a week we've got coming up, man. This is like this was the warm-up day. You kind of get back together after the long weekend. And then tomorrow, like, our lock shops are basically post-game shows.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Boom, right out of it. And then USA is the late game both days, right? So
yeah.
We'll see how.
What do you think about Canada? And I'm not sure what you're seeing, but they're plus 333 money line dog against the U.S. And I mean, I think it's probably a fair number. U.S. has won 7 in a row against Canada. Didn't look that difficult, their win earlier in the event. Now, with that being said, there really wasn't much on the line. Marie-Philippe Poulin is back, scored a couple big goals. Button, I thought, made an interesting point today. He goes, you got to have certain recipes to pull off an upset. He goes, you got to have goaltending. He goes, Canada's fine in net. Like, it's not like it's a weak spot.
Yeah.
He goes, you got to be able to kill penalties. He goes, penalty killing be fine. He basically said what they can't do is get sucked into the fast-paced USA game. Like, you're not going to outskate the Americans. So I wonder if Canada can find a way here. And this isn't even from a betting perspective. This is from a Canadian hockey fan perspective, a proud Canadian perspective. Can we find a way to kind of clog this thing up, like muck this thing up a little bit, Huss? Because I don't see them outgunning the United States 6-5. Like, I just don't see a world where that happens.
That U.S. team is scary.
Oh, they're quick.
And
man.
I don't know. And I mean, this is something for, again, people that are more dialed in to, the big picture of women's hockey. But are they just doing a much better job of producing like the real young star players? Like, you look, like we spend a lot of time talking about the PWHL, like all these PWHL stars. Like, the best players on Team USA aren't even in the PW yet.
Yeah.
Like that Carolyn Harvey. I think she's finishing up her time at Wisconsin, and she'll probably be the number 1 pick overall in the draft. I mean, she is incredible. And again, hasn't even played pro yet. I think Abby Murphy is the girl from Minnesota that did that insane.
That was that was ridiculous. Yeah.
So, like, I mean, I look at our team and, like, at least it's Sarah Nurse, it's Jenner, it's Spooner, it's MPP. And maybe I just haven't been, like, as dialed in as close. But, I mean, we don't seem to have those young stars that are sort of pushing the U.S. to this next level. And obviously, the rivalry series, we got smoked.
Yeah, like, one of the things that, and I'm not pretending to have any knowledge on this. I'm just passing along what I heard when we were talking about it at the beginning of the tournament, when I was looking into, how much they owned us in the rivalry series, and they won the 2 games of the World Championships last year. And there were some people who I think follow it a little bit more closely than I do, who said that Team Canada has those young players, but they just didn't put them on the team. Like, they kind of tried to run it back with sort of their core veteran group that they've had. And so by all accounts, there are some very skilled young Canadian women who probably could or should be on this team and aren't on this team, whereas the Americans have gone with a youth movement, and it shows. Like, they're way quicker. They play the game with way more pace than what we do right now. So I'm hoping that, maybe after these games, assuming we settle for a silver, even if not, some of this team may age out, and you're almost forced to have to bring in some of these younger. And, in general, I think younger generations are more skilled and talented because of the way they come up. So, I'm hoping that that's what this is. I'm hoping it's not a bigger issue moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems crazy that, if they had the players, oh, what a shot. If they had the players, like, I mean, like, Canada's not saying to Celebrini, hey, you know what, Macklin, you have plenty of these ones. Like, we're going to take Mark Scheifele. He deserves it. He's, he's been around. He's been trying for a long time. No, they went with him because he's the best player. But there's always politics. There's always, and it's probably a little different. I mean, obviously it is different for women's hockey just because of where these women are playing, what opportunities are the really young players getting. If they're not playing in the PWHL, if not, I mean, I guess they're probably in NCAA programs. But yeah, like, listen, the fact that we're staring here looking at Canada plus 330 and like a juiced up puck line for USA by 2, I think just tells you the way things have sort of shifted in the US's favor. And like, they've won world championships and whatnot before, But Canada's always found a way to rise to the occasion in the gold medal game. But it just seems like this is like in those other games, like they may have been like plus 110 and USA was minus 130. They weren't.
Yeah,
USA
it has. I've never seen it like this.
481.
Right? We've never seen it like this.
No, not at all. Do we want to do a little play here for these games tomorrow?
Yeah. Let's put something together on it, buddy.
So what I mean, where are you at in the Slovakia Germany? I know you asked me. I mean,
you make a good point in like you just buy in to what Draisaitl's selling, and Stutzel's having a nice tournament as well. I guess I'm not surprised that they're I'm a little bit surprised that they're the favorite. I don't know. I'm torn on a side in this one. I'm torn on it. Should be a really good hockey game as far as games you just want to watch. Really good hockey game. I feel like if I get on Germany here, I'm selling Slovakia short, which is what I've been doing the entire tournament. Right? You're just like, oh, Slovakia. Slovakia's played some pretty tight games so far against some pretty good teams. So I don't know. I mean, the total's at 5.5. Do you have a lean on the total?
Totals have been hard to judge. I mean, I would say maybe the under. I mean, like let's look at the scoring of these other games. 3-0. Germany did put up 5, but what? That was against France?
Germany put up 5 against France. Like here's Germany so far. Germany beat Denmark 3-1. Lost to Latvia 4-3. Lost to the United States 5-1 and beat France 5-1. So Germany's gone over the 5.5 total 3 games in a row. But this one should be tighter than the win against France and the loss to the United States. And it's, against Slovakia, it should be a tighter game. As for Slovakia so far has beaten Finland 4-1, beaten Italy 3-2, and then lost to Sweden 5-3. So, like, to me, I would probably lean the under in this one, but
yeah, me too.
Yeah. But I mean, I can be convinced to side with Leon Draisaitl in this city, man. Like,
I mean, do we want to take Germany to win under 5.5? And I mean, we could pop a Draisaitl goal in there, or we could simply take those two, and then maybe we put them with. See, the Finland-Switzerland is interesting. Like Finland to win by 2 is big. It's plus 127. The Swiss, what was the Swiss score today? Game.
They won 3-0 over Italy. So Switzerland so far. We know if Finland's, let's see here. So Switzerland lost to Canada 5-1, beat France 4-0. So they beat Czechia 4-3. That was their big one because they beat Italy 3-0 and France 4-0, and then lost to Canada 5-1.
I was thinking, what is the total? 5.5 or 5?
I'm seeing it at 5.
Yeah.
Finland rolls in after the big 4-1 win over Sweden and then hanging 11 on Italy. I know Switzerland sometimes hangs around, but Finland, what'd you say the number is minus 1.5 on Finland?
Yeah, plus 127 for it. And here's the thing, the Swiss don't have Fiala. Like, I do love the under in that game. I'm just thinking, like, as I say, but if it was 5.5, the number would be more like minus 200.
So we could go Germany to win under 5.5 in that game, and then Finland minus 1.5.
Do we want? Okay, we want to.
Why? What are you thinking?
That's nice. Well, I was thinking just Finland money line.
Oh. What's the money line put it at?
I'm seeing it's minus like around plus 370.
Yeah. Well, that's not bad then. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, well, you know what? Let's just go with the money line. Covers if Switzerland can kind of hang in there again. So we'll go Finland money line, Germany and Slovakia under 5.5, and then Germany to win. What's coming up on WST, Huss?
We actually have an awesome show set up. I mean, we're gonna recap the weekend. Mike McIntyre is going to join us from Italy. And then John Cullen is going to join us for the curling controversies. And then Mr. QB1 himself, Zach Caleros, coming on today. So we'll look forward to chopping it up with Zach. Talk to him about the offseason, talk to him about some of the work he's been doing with TSN, kind of getting a little bit more. Zach doesn't usually jump on with us. So I got a lot for Zach today. So 2:30 our time, he'll be jumping on, and I'm very much looking forward.
He was very good at Grey Cup on the panel. I thought he was excellent.
He was
awesome. A guy who hadn't done it before.
You worked with him?
I didn't work with. No, I didn't cross paths because I was doing Grey Cup Saturday. Chatted with him a little bit, but I thought he did a really good job. Like I watched a lot of his stuff from Grey Cup. I thought he did excellent.
Sure. I just couldn't remember whether he was on the Saturday bit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a race between him and Bo Levi to eventually retire and try to get one of these spots, either in the booth or on the panel. So, yeah.
I thought Bo had it 2 years ago, and then he went back to back.
And he went back. He kept going. Yeah,
seasons.
I know.
But hey, tomorrow we will obviously we'll be called Canada.
Yeah.
But we need to spend at least 10 minutes both with the golf picks for this weekend and the greatest story in sports this weekend, which we never touched on, Anthony Kim winning the Live Adelaide. I don't know if you watched that. It was on Fox on Saturday night. I got home. He birdied 4 in a row. He was down to start the round 5 shots in a threesome, 5 back of Bryson, 5 back of Rahm. And he dog walked those dudes. And this guy was almost dead a few years ago. Did so much coke, his face is no longer recognizable. And now he's back winning like a legit tournament. It was so cool. Anyways, we'll talk about it.
We'll get to that. I'm glad you brought up the golf picks because I wanted to make sure we get to those tomorrow. So we'll definitely do that tomorrow. What's that?
Did you have Morikawa?
I didn't have Morikawa this week, no.
Oh man, he came back. That like unbelievable golf week for Liv, and then Pebble was great too. But it'll be good. But yeah, big one tomorrow. Let's go Canada and let's go Germany, Finland, and under.
There you go. That's Huss. Winnipeg Sports Talk is coming up. I've sent that over to the guys. That'll be popping up on the EST specials page right away as well. I've sent the grandest parlay over there. What do we have up right now? This is from earlier today. Sweden versus Latvia. The total to be over 6.5 at plus 115 if you want to hop on it with us there. And then these other ones will be popping up as well. What was the grandest? I know we got to get going. Netherlands to win short track speed skating, women's 3,000 meter relay, Michigan money line versus Purdue. And then the Germany 3-way and over 4.5 goals versus Slovakia as well. So you can find all those. They'll be popping up here on the EST specials page. We got to get out. 2 Guys and a Goalie is on the way in less than 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be talking about this Canadian Olympic men's hockey team, the women's hockey team, and everything that we saw going on over at the Olympics today. That's coming up on 2 Guys and Goalie with myself, Cass, and Gager. Thank you very much for joining us in the Lock Shop. Take it easy.